like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you need. Why you chase the crooks and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along, but sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should, because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Man, it's been much too long. My voice is just barely coming back. It is so good to see all of you there. Oh my gosh, Tammy Bugard, Robert Ward, Tim Davis. Oh my, I got Heather May, Sherry Nail, Tim Davis. Oh, I probably miss a few people. Heather May, good to see you. Tammy Pearson, Sherry Nail. Oh, I'm just me. Good evening, Papa Nut and chat. Welcome back. Yes, it is good to be back. I would have been back much sooner. Hey, Levy, good to see you. No, I would have been back much earlier had I not been having like a fever. It was, as I said, I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't concentrate. So it was pretty difficult, although I do have some, I've got a lot of brutal letters tonight. I mean, so much has happened in the short period of time that I was spending with the wonderful folks that managed to make it out to Dollywood. We had a blast. Hey, Fly, how you doing, sweet Fly? Good to see you. Welcome back. Yes, Carol Anderson. Hello, Shizzy. Welcome back. Yes. Stupid autocorrect. Warming up the crowd. Ooh, with this voice, I can get him really warmed up. David, Air Force vet. Good to see you. And Max Lab hitting with the first super chat. Well, thank you very much, Max. Max has been keeping me updated on all kinds of stuff. I just haven't been able to respond to a whole lot of it, just because there's been so much insanity, so much craziness. You got everything from lips to cook to the fleas. I mean, it's just like the list goes on and on and on. Thank you so much, Max. I appreciate you for all that you did, just keeping me apprised of everything that's going on. You have no idea how invaluable that is. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, I am back. I am back. Good to see you, Lisa Patterson. Slow moving giant. Short visit from the slow giant. Got a visitor inbound about 15 minutes. We'll check the bulk of the stream on replay. Hello, Shizzy. Hello, folks. Welcome. Welcome. We've got some really good stuff going on today. Yes, the NLP is coming fast. The 18th is going to be insane. Well, they're begging for more. They're begging for more time, more help. Help me. I'm failing upwards. Back to spider bites. I don't know. Thank you for the two. Back to spider bites. Oh, is that what they're calling her now? I don't know what the hell the name is, but I will tell you that she's certifiable. She's certifiable. She should just shut her cake hole and probably be a little more chill than she has been. But we'll see. We'll see. There's and it wasn't just me that got sick. I will say we just partied so hard. Oh, you guys have no idea how much you missed. Sounded more bass with intermittent cracking. Yes, it is probably just me because I've got not only the sniffles, sore throat, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Thank you, Muppet Outdoors. I appreciate it. Sexy voice tonight. Yes, it is the sexy voice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What I saw tonight and I was very interested in this is what and I was listening to Megan and Tug earlier this evening. It was quite interesting, and I was working on a nice open letter to Stark, because I will tell you, this guy he's just digging a hole deeper. He's dug that hole so deep, and I think he's worried because he doesn't know how to get out. He didn't take a ladder down with him. He got himself into trouble. And now he's trying to back out of it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. No, run away, run away. No, you can't get out that easy, Stark. Tracy Weldon with the 5 gifted memberships. And I know you guys missed it.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yeah. Every single day. A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clocks. Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid predicaments, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock,
bollocks and fuckery.
Yeah, all over again.
Oh yeah, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you. Even Stark's wife is sort of turning her back on him, probably hoping to keep him from having to show. Well, that right there is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. The judge has already said, no, you will be here. Or he's just looking at getting more sanctions. Like, show up, take an Uber, take a cab, get your next door neighbor to drive you. You got to be there. You didn't have any problems showing up in other places. Yeah, quite interesting. Quite interesting. You show up in other places. Missed you, Shizzy. Oh, thank you. Not only is Stark going to have to pay a blind, now we'll have to pay 50%. Oh, yeah, that's what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid the problems that they created. These are issues that they created that they don't want to accept responsibility for. And at some point, those chickens are going to come home to roost. And I think one of the reasons why that they're trying to delay this even longer is because they don't want their shenanigans being brought into federal court. So they're going to try to delay it as long as they possibly can. Now, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know that that's a fact, but that's the way it looks to me, that they just want to make sure that they that they're not held accountable before it's brought into federal court. Why couldn't Stark just get a lift with Lynette? She has to be there anyway. Just saying. Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But I do have a nice open letter to Scott Stark to get into. She will cry, but I canceled the suit and I am a poor old woman. Oh, but I canceled the suit. It doesn't matter. See, here's the thing. If you're going to bring a litigation against somebody, if you're going to bring litigation against anybody, you have to be prepared to follow it through unless the issues can be resolved. You have to be prepared for this. And I think that Lynette got duped. I think that Lynette got duped. I think that Stark got duped. And the only person that's not having to, that's getting away with all of this garbage is, guess what? It's Bubbles. He's the one getting away with this crap. Love from Queensland, Australia. Love watching your channel. First time catching a live. Well, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you. Normally my voice sounds a little better than it does tonight, but we'll get into that later. And tomorrow morning, I will have a beautiful, beautiful letter to all the fine people from me that were there in Dollywood, and just giving thanks to all of them. It was a absolute blast. We came, we saw, we conquered, and I wish we would have had more people there, because you missed out on an absolute riotous time. And if you don't believe me, just go watch FNL over with the expert. I know the audio wasn't as great as it could be, but it was still awesome. And if you see the humor there, it was glorious. The fun that we were having, that you only saw a part of what was happening. There was so much other stuff going on, and you guys missed it. Oh man, you have no idea how fun it was. Yes, Angie and I, we did manage to get a little wet. Or should I say, I got Angie a little wet. Something like that, Angie. Good to see you. Angie was my ride-along buddy. Thank you so much, Angie. She was my ride-along buddy, and all I can say is,
squeeze my hard.
Oh yeah, there was some fun had, and we'll get into that tomorrow, because it'll be really interesting. The little stories I've got to tell you. We had so much. Not as moist as you got in Valhalla. You shameless. Yes, Angie and I got to have a good time, I will tell you. Shotgun beers was hilarious. Yes, it was. Yes, we had way too much fun. It should have been illegal how much fun we had, but luckily we kept it all legal. Most of it. Well, yeah, most of it was legal. I don't know what the rules are in Tennessee. It might be something different. No, we had a great time. But while I was gone, there was a few things that happened, and one of those was Lips losing her ever-loving mind even more, and we're going to get into that later. And of course, today all the filings come in, and it is really, really bad. I mean, we'll go over those too, because they're begging. Like the Piper's already called you. Piper's saying, here you are, you have to be here. And they have no idea the trouble that they are getting into or creating. And all the while, they're getting really bad advice from somewhere. And I have a feeling they're getting that bad advice So that way those people that are giving them the bad advice aren't held accountable for it. And they don't realize that I let's put it this way. I don't think Lynette and John Cook realized that the advice that they got actually harms them quite a bit. Like, not just a little, I mean, quite a bit. What happens in Dollywood stayed in Dollywood. Well, yeah, some of those things we won't talk about. The Can Challenge is giving advice these days. Yeah, the Con College is giving the advice these days. Yeah, it's crazy. I actually feel much better now, Bonnie. Yesterday I was running a bit of a fever, and the day before I couldn't go like 5 minutes without coughing and hacking, but it's much better than it sounds. I actually was able to get up and eat something this morning. It was a glorious thing. It was very interesting. And I'm trying to keep my voice moist. And that would be finding out the real truth and punishment on the 18th of Levy County Courthouse. You caught a fever at Dollywood? Oh my, I have to wonder where your eyes were. Well, they were looking all over the place. No, it actually was, it didn't hit me until I got back. It could have been the adrenaline wearing off, whatever it might have been. But whenever I got back into town, what was it? Sunday. So I got into town on Sunday. I'd sit down to try working on getting a stream happening. And that's whenever I started getting the shakes, not from the DTs or anything like that. No, I really started getting like chills, and that's what had happened to a couple other people who are just like, I'm not feeling too well. And so what I did is I started getting a whole bunch of fluids in me. And then I ended up sleeping on the couch because I didn't want to wake my wife up with my coughing, because all that would happen is if I went to bed, I would start coughing. She'd get up and she would have ended up on the couch, and I was like, I'll just sleep here. But I did work yesterday, but I wasn't worth a whole lot. The Thursday is 12 for Zoom for LP and JC and Fed 1. Well, that's really interesting, isn't it? I was thinking Fed 1. Oh no, Fed 1 to the 12th is Zoom for Fed 1. Yeah, so that's yeah, Max has it pretty right. Baby COVID straight. I don't know if it was baby COVID, but it was pretty. It's expert's fault. No, I guarantee it was not. It was Baker's fault. It was Baker's fault. I will say that we met some wonderful people there, and you guys, it's the Danish flu exactly. That's my thoughts exactly. So all of you ladies and guys that were making out with Baker, you might want to go get checked. Dollywood withdrawals. That might have been. Yeah, the 18th is for trespass case and thumbnail case for Levy County Courthouse. Yeah, that involves Stark. That involves Stark. And speaking of Stark, let's just go ahead and bring this first one up right here. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do this the right way, because where are my manners? I've got to introduce this the correct way. There's only one way to do that, and that's like this.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
open letter to Scott Stark. You don't get to quit the fight you helped start. Dear Mr. Stark, let's start with some truth because I'm feeling generous. If you're genuinely sick, like I am, if you truly can't drive, can't work, and your health has collapsed, then you deserve compassion, care, and a graceful exit from this toxic mess. No human being should be dragged through a court case they're physically or mentally unable to endure. But for now, let's drop that polite pretense because frankly, you've already bulldozed right through it. You're not a victim of this case. You're a co-architect of its chaos. Now that the scaffolding is collapsing, you're crawling for the exit. You're filing to withdraw only after the court set a sanctions hearing to examine your role and Bruce's misconduct. That's not a coincidence. That's a strategy, and it's a pretty pathetic one at that, isn't it, Stark? You weren't too sick to take this case. You weren't too blind to file motions. You weren't too weak to sign your name, or was it Bruce? At this point, it does not matter. It was your name on the pleadings, and they were soaked in procedural arrogance. But now that the court wants answers about you, your actions, your name on the paperwork, your silent consent to the grift. Suddenly you're terminal. Suddenly you're blind. Suddenly you're vanishing in a puff of congestive heart failure and vague surgery delays. Let's not sugarcoat this, shall we? You got caught, red-handed, pants down, retinas intact enough to cruise between counties, but suddenly too blind to drive to Levy for sanctions hearing you knew was coming. You had no problem with the ball and chain dragging you around, not even 20 days ago, and now she thinks that she's not doing it again. Time for her to get your happy ass to court. You gave the court a sob story about eye surgery that apparently vanishes on I-75 when it's time to visit Polk County. Maybe your congestive heart failure only flares up when the GPS says Bronson is this new disorder, selective legal inconvenience syndrome. Scott, this is not a Shakespearean tragedy. You're not King Lear howling in the rain. You're a lawyer who thought this train wreck wouldn't come back to your station, and now you're running from the consequences like a cockroach under a courthouse light bulb. Let's talk about that timing, shall we there, Stark? You bailed on the last sanctions hearing. You only moved to withdraw after the new one was set. You asked for Zoom. It was denied. You got caught traveling the state. Receipts had been submitted. You blamed your wife, who, in a fit of all caps honesty, admitted she's done driving you. Again, does that not absolve you from showing up in person? Scott, that woman has endured 27 years of your bullshit excuses. The rest of us just got here, and we are already exhausted. And now you want to vanish without showing your face. You want to disappear like your ethical obligations never freaking existed. You want the court and the public to believe you're too sick, too fragile, too innocent to be questioned about this bullshit that you signed on to. No, sir. You don't get to skate off the ice just because the puck is finally flying at you. You stood behind all the bullshit filings that Bruce submitted while he dragged this case into a quagmire. You watched as filings turned into fiction. You filed some of the same bullshit yourself. You lent this circus your bar number, and now the tent is burning down and you're screaming, "Not my act." It's too late, Stark. If you truly, and I'm serious, if you truly cared about your health, your client, or your duty, you would have walked away the right way months ago, before the court had to chase you with a flashlight and a sanctions order. Your clients owe court cost. Are you this stupid that you allowed your clients who file frivolous lawsuits and has since dropped them to be absolved for not having to pay for their bullshit? No, instead you're pulling the oldest trick in the book. Feign incapacity, blame everyone else, beg to exit stage left. It's cowardly. It's insulting, and it won't work. So here's the brutal truth, Scott. You don't get to withdraw from the fire you helped light. You will show up, or the court will make an example of your absence, but one way or another, your name is etched into this record, not as a victim, not as a martyr, but as a garbage person who enabled misconduct and ran like a scared little biatch from the reckoning. See you in Levy. Eyes wide open. Shizzy Wiznut. The puppet master of the anti-what-the-hells breakdown, Velcro shoes on, short bus in gear, and still breathing just fine. See you in court, Stark. It's going to be an interesting battle that you're going to have to go through. You can't walk this one back, and the judge, they're sick of it. Good luck.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a really interesting one, I will tell you, to see what the judge finally does order on Stark. We won't know until tomorrow. It looks like, from what I can gather, that Randy showed the receipts. Randy showed the receipts that according to Jeremy. Now, of course, the anti-what-the-hells group doesn't believe a word that Randy says. Oh, you missed the letters. Oh, I've had a letter every night while I've been gone. There's more. Oh, we've got lots of open letters tonight. And whenever we get the tug folks in here, oh, we've got a letter for Lips. I don't think she's gonna like it. I really don't. She's probably gonna flip her shit over it, but I hope that she does. I hope she flips her shit and just shuts her flapping jawline or whatever the hell that is. That's in between her neck and her skull. I just don't understand it. I don't understand her insanity. Came over early. Well, thank you very much, friend. I appreciate you. It's going to be a very interesting one tonight. But let's see what Lynette filed today in Fed Case 2. In Fed Case 2, this is what Lynette had to file in there. What she filed was, I'm asking the courts that even though it was agreed we would not get any more time, I'm asking for at least 7 days to finish the finalizing of my attorney. My daughter was hospitalized this week after getting out of the hospital, came home, and I had to care for her, and then I'm not reading this right. Because my daughter was hospitalized this week after getting out of the hospital, came home, and I had to care for her, and then I became very ill myself and still, as of today, not feeling well, so I'm asking the court to forgive my not getting it in by 5 o'clock, and I ask for at least 7 more days of finishing up the new lawyer. I don't know what else I can do. I am innocent of any and all charges against me that are alleged in this document, and I don't know how else I would answer as I'm innocent of all of it. I hope the courts will grant me the 7 days. Okay. There's so many things wrong with this. And I'll get into it in my open letter. But I'm going. Let me point out a few things about how crappy this is. It doesn't matter. The court gave you a very specific amount of time to respond. It doesn't matter about your attorney, especially in this case. Nobody cares. You filed this, as you can see here, 6/10/2025. That means you filed late. It was due yesterday. Not by 5 o'clock, but by yesterday. You could have filed it at any time yesterday. You knew this was happening. Inez Whining worked with Judge Tobias, not with Judge Davis. Well, this isn't Judge Davis. This is Judge Bolito that she's filing this with. Right here. Northern District of Florida, Gainesville Division. HG had an ear infection. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the child had. This is typical of the grifters. They're using the child as a shield and as a grift machine. That's it. The child has nothing to do with her. That has nothing to do with her whatsoever. They're using the child as a bludgeon and as a grift machine. That's it. I don't understand her reasoning behind this. But we have a birthday lady in the chat, do we now? Who's the birthday lady? Who is the birthday lady in the chat? Now you just tell me. Hey, Tammy, who is it? My excuses are more important than your rules. Glad everyone got to wear the sparkly helmet. Yes, they did, Starzy. That was wonderful. And that's for you right there.
Welcome to the shit show.
Janice.
Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery.
'Cause everybody's such a sinner, dumber than a bag of twats.
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid,
Look at that.
ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Oh, yeah.
We're all over again.
Oh, yes. Where is the helmet at? Oh, I've got the helmet. But we do have to wish somebody a birthday here. Let's give that birthday wish right there.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Janice B.
To you. Happy birthday. It is your day. Happy birthday to you.
Oh yes, happy birthday, lady. How you doing? And Marcia Patterson, is it your birthday also? Man, each time I see your badger first, I thought, oh, what a cute little guy. Then I remember, nah, there's some wicked little varmints. That's right. That's right, Palmers. That is so correct. Happy birthday. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, your birthday today also? Well, we'll just have to do one for you also. Oh, yeah.
Oh my. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. It is your day. Happy birthday to you.
So I got one for Janice and I got one for you, Marcia. Happy birthday, most definitely. Thank you. Medicine money for whatever ails you. Allergies are too much friends and low places. Exposure. Well, they were not in low places. They were in very high places. They were in the mountains of Tennessee. Well, we did have someone that's like oceanside. I mean, you walk like 15 minutes either which way and they hit an ocean. We had the Danish experience there also. So, you know, it might have been him just bringing a little bit of chill to the rest of the world. But thank you very much, K-Matt. I appreciate you so much. I thank you. And happy birthday, Marcia. Wow, I'm $35,000 now, and mine, I haven't been pulled yet. I'm only getting top dentures. Okay. Your birthday was the 6th of June, D-Day, and I missed it. Well, I'll get you right here.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, it is your day. Happy birthday to you.
Sorry we missed it, but there you go. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Everybody having birthdays in June, and we got birthdays will be coming up in July. Oh, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be so good. So going through all of this, your daughter being hospitalized this week after getting out of the hospital, but you've had a month. You've had more than a month to get your shit straightened out. And you becoming very ill yourself doesn't matter. Because she's asking the court to forgive my not getting it in by 5 o'clock. Well, sweetheart, it wasn't 5 o'clock. You just didn't get it in. And I asked for at least 7 more days to finish up getting a new lawyer. Why do you need 7 more days? Why would 7 more days matter? I don't think it would. I don't know what else I can do. I am innocent of any and all charges. There's no charges. This is a civil case. But see, this is what I'm talking about. I have a feeling that whoever's giving her advice they're throwing her under the bus, because whatever advice she's been getting from these idiots so far has been wrong. And I think it's so they can save their own ass. Oh, you turned 70 on June the 6th. Nice. Turned 70. Man, we got all kinds of birthdays. Will you give us a timeline on all cases? What's coming up? I think many are confused. I think that is absolutely understandable why everyone could be confused on this. Okay. Let's see. Fed case 1. Tomorrow. I believe that's right. I would have to sit down and look through all of them. There's another one that's due on June the 18th. That would be Stark. There's another one, and that one, I believe already came in. I believe is it the 18th or the 16th? I believe it's the 18th. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Then you've got Fed Case 2, which is on. Let me see if I can pull that up really quick, because if I'm not mistaken, the judge was very specific about this. Open that file location there. So Fed Case 2, let's see, that would be, the judge gave plaintiffs had moved for a 15-day extension. It was granted. Plaintiffs, which would be David Helms' motion to dismiss. Now you have to understand that each one of these that come through, David Helms' motion to dismiss, they have until June 26th. That would be Stark has until June 26th to file a response to that. And that was part of this right here. Unopposed motion for extension of time to respond to David Helms' motion to dismiss the amended complaint. So the judge gave him until June 26th to do that. Now, they did grant an extension of time to respond to the complaint. On April 7th, Helm filed an unopposed motion for a more definitive statement. May 20th, Helm filed an unopposed motion for extension of time to respond, which was granted. And if you want to see something else that's been granted, is your ladies and gentlemen's wettest little nightmare. What do you say, brother?
Well, hey, why am I up here? You sound better sick than I do normally, so.
Oh, I don't know about that. You sound good. Oh my gosh. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Well, thank you, Colleen.
You'd think that this would teach you guys a lesson. I mean, you can't go around kissing those frickin' swamp Germans, all right? You never know what the hell you're going to get, all right?
I love it. Kissing on the Dane. No. It's actually, it turned out to be a good thing that I got a little bit sick, because I did see some of the pleadings that came in, and my gosh, they're just brutal. Like the letters I have are brutal on these people.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Where Yamaha, excellent again. The 18th is see, everyone seems to be able to pull this up much better. 18th is thumbnail. Jeremy just said it on Tug and made it after dropping trespass 5. Granger filed for damages, attorney's fees section for July 1st. Yeah, but that's completely different. So that one right there, the 18th is the thumbnail and the trespass for both of those. Okay. That's what people are not understanding. So the 18th, there's supposed to be 2 hearings. Okay. And that's what Stark has to show up for. So one of those hearings is for the trespass 5. The other one is for the thumbnail. So he has 2 hearings. Now, the Grangers have another lawsuit that is going after damages. And that one was filed, and that one they have until, I think that one's on the 1st of June. July 1st. Yeah, that's what it is. Check email. You said something. Ooh, I like that. I like it when you send me things.
Yeah, I can't keep track of all these. I don't write this shit down. So.
Oh no, I probably need to. That's the problem. I need to probably sit down and write some of these down, because there's.
I'm just here for the comedy and to read the letters. That's it. That's all I'm here for. I'm here for the laughs.
Well, I've got some good laughs for you tonight. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know. I caught part of the Stark one too. I missed out on that one. That's all right.
Yeah, the Stark one is. It's just interesting that he's crying like a little bitch.
Oh, it's not surprising. I figured he was going to do that.
Well, yeah.
He was going to do that. So, I mean, that was kind of a given.
Let's see what we got here. Damn.
What was that? The potential for having... Everybody at any time has the potential for a stroke, you fucking moron. However she wrote that in the letter.
So let me download this really quick, because this just came in and it's glorious. Oh, it is so glorious. And give me just a second here. And I'm going to open this thing up. here, and let me do a little bit of work on this here. This is an unofficial document. And let me stop that screen and bring this one up. Present, share screen. And I believe this, I want to make sure I got the correct one here. Yes. Right here. This came in right here. 4/23/2025, 9:09. Order setting hearing. This action came before the court to review upon the receipt of defendant's motion to tax costs. The court finds this case should be scheduled for a hearing. Therefore, it is adjudged that this case is scheduled for a hearing on Wednesday, June 18th at 1:00 p.m. 15 minutes reserved for the undersigned judge in courtroom B, Levy County Courthouse, 355 South Court Street, Bronson, Florida. Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. The judge put that in. So he's in that amount of time. Now, I can't prove this or verify it. But I will tell you that from what I understand is that he has been traveling already. And a lot of people have found that information out. That he was traveling with his wife to not one, but 2 different locations with pictures.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was picking up on when I was listening to Tugs. Something about they kind of got caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
This is where these people are dumb. They go through and they say this stupid shit and they do these things. But then they go around to their Facebook or they go around to Twitter or what the fuck ever, and they post all this shit thinking that nobody else is going to magically see it.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Geniuses.
What is today? Today's the 10th, and they have to have something. They have a hearing tomorrow. So let's see. What would 7 days be from that? Oh, they want to get this closer to. And I will say this. In all honesty, whenever I see these kinds of garbage pleadings, well, it's not even that. It's like a fever dream, because this isn't filed correctly. It has none of the citations. I want to see her get her ass hammered to the wall for doing this. Yeah. Those are all cases that she brought. We're talking. This one here is for Jeremy's lawsuit. Now, she filed this in Fed Case 2. And she wants 7 more days to finish up getting a new lawyer. Interesting.
Well, I doubt she's going to get hammered for it. I mean, shit.
Oh, no. The judge has already said. The judge has already
stuff.
said we're not delaying. Like these are moving forward. All of these are moving forward. All cases. The 12th is Thursday. That's right. The 12th is Thursday. Then the lawyer will need a month to prepare. No. See, you don't understand how this works in federal court cases. They may think that this person is going to be able to just have a month to prepare. The judge has already said we're moving forward, which means that the pleadings will start again, that Randy will be able to file motions, and that he'll also be able to respond to any motions that come out. Now, that would be up to Randy. The attorney has to confer with Randy. That's what they don't understand is she never conferred with Randy on this. Interesting, isn't it? So hard to hand over $6,000. Oh, it's much more than that they're handing over. I guarantee you. On an attorney, it's much greater than that. But you know what? It is time for that one thing that you enjoy so much.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Whiz, Nut.
Open letter to Lynette. You're not sick, Lynette. You're just caught. Dear Lynette, your latest filing, and I use that term generously, is not a motion. It's not a pleading, it's a whimpering. Toddler tear note scribbled in desperation, begging a federal judge for more time like you forgot your homework. Oh, but the dog didn't eat this one. No one's buying it.
Not enough
Not the
peanut butter.
court. Yeah. I sprained my neck on the pole, Yana. I can't come. No, not the court. not the plaintiff. Not even your fellow conspirators, who are probably wondering why you're now flailing publicly when the group chat was supposed to coordinate this behind the scenes. Let's go over your greatest hits in this masterpiece of manipulation. I'm asking the courts that even though it was agreed we would not get any more time, as if this is a community potluck and you forgot your nasty, fucking disgusting, booger hook-filled casserole. I wouldn't eat anything she made if I were fucking starving to death. I would go out and find a goddamn snake, which I fucking hate, and kill that fucker and eat it before I'd eat anything that this fucking thing made. Then why are you asking? You acknowledge the court's order and then immediately violate it. That's not a request. That's contempt. This isn't a choose-your-own-adventure novel. The judge didn't say, no more extensions unless you really mean it this time. The answer was no. The deadline wasn't flexible. You're not special. My daughter was hospitalized. I became very ill myself. Well, stop licking the turtles. Let's pause there. They carry salmonella, you know. Every time a deadline approaches, someone in your orbit suddenly needs a stretcher. I need a ambulance. You invoke your child like a human shield, like dragging her into your mess will grant you moral immunity. It's fucking disgusting. The same daughter you've leveraged for fake signs and Facebook sympathy is now being paraded as your excuse du jour. The court sees this. Everyone sees this. You're not protecting your child. You're exploiting her. I hope the courts will forgive my not getting it in by 5. I was too busy dancing. The B squad was overwhelmed that night. That
was a lot of us on Sunday.
We were short-staffed. That's not how due process works. You don't get more time because you're bad at managing yours. You don't get to repeatedly miss deadlines, while the rest of us play by the rules. You don't get a pass because you're sick when you've had weeks to prepare and have continued to involve yourself in streams, groups, chats, and social posts. Forgive? The court isn't a therapist, a priest, or your Facebook fan club. You're not asking for grace. You're asking to rewrite time. You didn't file. You were warned. And now you're trying to retroactively rewrite a deadline, like it's a Hallmark drama instead of federal litigation. The only thing you're entitled to now is consequences. I'm innocent of any and all charges against me. You're not even charged, Lynette, you brainless piece of shit. This is a civil case. So not only are you manipulative, you're legally illiterate, which ironically makes your claim of finalizing counsel even funnier. One lawyer. Oh, but wait! She's the best lawyer ever. Didn't she say that one time? The ghost of Bubbles? The Invisible Man. Because from where the court's sitting, all you finalized is your own public embarrassment. Let's not pretend this sudden illness conveniently overlapping with a court-ordered deadline is a coincidence. You've been active in private chats. You've been appearing in streams. You've had your booger hooks all over social media coordination. You're not bedridden. You're busted. This isn't a delay due to hardship. It's a delay because your side is out of stunts and you're trying to buy time to manufacture a new one. And that whole, I don't know what else I should do line, you know exactly what you're doing. You helped create and spread defamatory signs. You reached out to media. You collaborated with others to mislead and damage. You pleaded the fifth in court rather than testify to your own lies. And now, with a judge ready to swing the gavel, you play the helpless card.
So helpless.
Let's not forget, just days ago, your crew was coordinating strategy on YouTube, discussing how to manipulate evidence, and also trying to buy an audio file from a minor. So don't pretend you were laid up and helpless. Your booger hooks worked just fine when they were typing into the anti-what-the-hales group chat, and your cockwasher functioned perfectly when you were spreading lies on social media. No one's playing along anymore. You're not some overwhelmed mom. You're a central player in an organized campaign to destroy a man's reputation, and you're still trying to operate like you're the victim. You don't get to spend a year spewing lies, coordinating attacks, and weaponizing your child as a prop, and then turn around and beg for more time because I was sick. Oh, spare us. Your entire plea is a performance, a horrible one. The final act in a crumbling play written by amateurs and acted by grifters. The only thing authentic about your filing is the panic. You're not late because you're ill. You're late because you've, I almost said corned yourself.
It might have been.
I fell out the pole upside down. I broke my neck again. You're late because you've been cornered by your own words, your own posts, your own threats, your own group chats, and your own signs. And now the court is watching closely. No more sob stories. No more delay tactics. No more Facebook Live rehearsals masquerading as real life. It's pretty much over. You don't need 7 more days. You need a reckoning. Shizzy Wiznut. Just an old man with a star-spangled bannered helmet, holding the door open on the escape hatch of the short bus. And still, your fucking daddy.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Now, what's amazing to me is she filed that, and of course, at the same time, almost immediately, the crook filed this motion to dismiss. And of course, you know, John, being the scholar that he is, that doesn't know how to file anything, also doesn't know how to spell, because he's got a memorandum in support of Moton. I think he meant moron, to dismiss. And of course, he's trying to cite this 12b6 that requires.
Moton, yeah, give me just a minute. I feel like I need to put on my tinfoil hat. Them aliens got cold, long fingers.
They took his eye.
Moton's coming for you.
Motons, they're going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, these 12B motions for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. The only problem is there's been plenty in there. And him quoting these kinds of things, I really do hope that the judge, whenever he sees this, calls John Cook in there and has him explain every single bit of this. Because that would be the only proper thing to do. Saying, okay, you've quoted St. George via Pinellas City. What exactly does that mean? Now, as you can see, the only claim against me is a civil conspiracy. Count 9, the only factual allegations against me are paragraphs 98 through 110. They are titled Cook's Act and Cook's Furtherance of Weak Scheme. No, that's not true. Because if you look at the amended is civil conspiracy, Cook, right there. That's count 9. That's not the only one that's against you right here. Or are we talking about the earlier stuff where you were brought in on this also, which would be way back here? Yes, this is a very long one right here. Helms Cook right here. Right here. It says, oh, look. Oh, there's so much information there. It says this right here. A cease and desist letter. Cook's acts in furtherance of weak scheme. Because it says, and this is, so if you understand, these are your acts, moron, and your furtherance of Weeks' scheme. Do you understand that there's there's two things in there? It's not just one, it's your actions and then your continued actions, moron. And it shows right here in May of 2023, very descriptive. That you pulled a pew-pew, that you trespassed in his truck onto Hale's property with a pew-pew. And May, June of 2023, publicly stated on Facebook that Hale's committed adultery. Unlawful defamatory statements directed to Harry. Sorry, Jeremy. It's on Jeremy Hales. Directed to Jeremy and a cease and desist publishing all defamatory statements. That would get you. It has come to our attention you posted defamatory statements regarding Hales on various web pages, including but not limited to these places here. Cook posted, Jeremy, would you like me to post a picture of my cake on George's mouth? You can't take this one down. Despite knowing the falsity of these statements, you use these false statements to persuade others to help you in a public campaign to disparage Hales and Mr. Hales. And it continues on. We'll get down here to, if you read all of this and you take the time, because you did. Whoever told you to write this, they wanted to make sure that the judge saw all the bullshit that you did. So you can tell them kudos for this, because you know what they're doing. They're trying to deflect away from them. And you just grabbed a hold of the bull by the horns and you said, I did all of this. And then, of course, sorry about that. That was not intentional. I'm usually much better about muting myself. After the full hearing with Cook present in September 2023, an Ohio court issued a 2-year renewable restraining order injunction against Cook for stalking Mr. Hales and his fiancée. Interesting how that works out. So you dumbass, John, you just pointed the judge to look at this right here. You just pointed the judge. You should thank whoever told you that you should add these statements in here, because you just pointed the judge right where he needs to look. To this date, this has not stopped Cook from continuing his illegal acts against Hales and Mr. Hales. Unfortunately, as it will be shown by September 24th, Cook had already enlisted his other co-defendants in this case to join the malicious conspiracy to harm Hales. And here's where we get to Cooks upon believing Weeks was giving a great deal of money to himself and to Preston suggested during Weeks' live stream that they all go on a cruise together. Here's the continuance, that and part. So as your wonderful attorney was so intelligent in telling you how to fix this all up, because you got to remember what they did. That's that little part right here, that little and. You see that little and right there? Yeah, they all occurred in May of September 2023. So right here, you just admitted, except paragraph 108, which alleged I enlisted other co-defendants in this case to join the malicious conspiracy to harm Hales. So you just admit to you enlisted other co-defendants in the case. Well, and then, of course, you go to count 9, which is 223 and 240, consist of nothing but conclusory allegations with no underlying. So, John, what does conclusory mean? There you go. With no underlying facts to support that I made any agreement with any of the co-defendants or acted in concert with any of them, except they have your own words. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, supposedly as part of this, at least that there has been alleged that going back to the signs, that there is supposedly either a witness and or video showing them driving around, putting the signs out. Is that correct?
I don't know if that's true. Okay. There could be.
Well, if there were, allegedly it was that he was driving and Lynette was getting out and putting the signs out.
Oh, well, that'd be interesting.
If I remember correctly. Well, if he's driving, it doesn't matter. He's still participating. It's no different than going into a stop and rob and you are the driver of the vehicle. Guess what? In Texas, at least, you still get hemmed up and you can still face the death penalty too.
Yes.
If somebody gets dropped.
Yep.
So that makes you just as guilty.
Because your actions...
if that is the case.
Because your actions caused this to happen.
Correct.
Had you not been the driver... And unless you're like unwitting, you just happen to be kidnapped and they put a pew-pew to your head and force you to do it. But I guess you could always throw Lynette under the bus and said, she's violent. She's going to cut off my way, and I didn't want to lose my way. I mean, here's the thing, John. They're all throwing you. Whoever had you write this, they threw you under the bus. And there are plenty of facts that are alleged in there.
He's just too dumb to see it.
Well... He is very dumb to not be able to see it. And it's so sad because you know who's going to make out like a bandit because you'll take the fall for all of it. Those same people that you think are out there supporting you that are raising all kinds of money. Guess who they're raising money for? It ain't you, John. They don't give two shits about you. They'll just use you as the scapegoat. But hey, just like you said, at this age, it doesn't matter how much time you do in prison, right? So it doesn't matter, at this age, how much you lose because, well, there you go. That's what's happening to you. You're going to lose a lot. And I think this deserves another open letter if you're ready. You ready?
Sure. Let's
do it.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Open letter to Crook. You're not a mastermind, John. You're just another delusional co-conspirator. Dear John Cook, you finally decided to file something. Well, congratulations. But instead of presenting a real defense or showing even a shred of accountability, you went with the most overused, tired, legally limp-wristed option possible. A 12B6 motion to dismiss. Well, that's adorable. Let's not pretend this motion was written by any conviction. It reads like a boilerplate template from a first-year paralegal who was told to just copy what Matzkin wrote. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if Bubbles handed it to you himself, right after printing it off the same flash drive he used for his sanctions memo. The filing doesn't defend your conduct. It doesn't even deny it. It just pretends like your part in the conspiracy was too fuzzy to stick. Spoiler, moron. It wasn't. If an attorney gave this to you, they just threw your ass under the short bus. Dumbass. Your argument, and I'm using that term loosely, is that the complaint
It fails to state a claim. Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it. Nope.
well, that's rich. Considering the complaint lays out in excruciating detail the multi-platform smear campaign you helped orchestrate. You're named in group chats, streams, message threads, and real-world actions. You're not some vague shadow figure. You're a participant, an eager one. This isn't some defamation drive-by. This is a case about coordinated civil conspiracy. And you were right in the middle of it. You're listed as one of the 2 defendants hit with a restraining order in Ohio for your obsessive harassment. Remember that, dumbass? Mm-hmm. You and your partner, Lynette, were warned multiple times, and you kept going. The lawsuit didn't just appear out of nowhere. It followed a documented trail of stalking, targeted threats, and coordinated online defamation, including signs posted in real life accusing someone of crimes with zero evidence. And now, after all that, you're crying,
Failure to state claim.
Let's talk about what you failed to state. You failed to deny your involvement in the harassment. You failed to explain your role in the road sign campaign. You failed to address your presence in private chats, strategizing how to defame and mislead, and you failed to present any actual defense beyond,
I don't like this count. Numbers is hard. I guess you figure I showed up today because I killed somebody.
I don't know why. He didn't say anything of the sort that I know of. Instead, you hide behind a procedural rule like it's a cloak of invisibility.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
I'm naked, therefore I am. No, wait a minute. No, therefore I'm not. Wait, you can't see me.
Guess what, John? Rule 12b-6 isn't a magic wand.
Don't pull out your magic wand, Harry.
It doesn't erase your behavior.
I don't want to see your magic wand, Harry. Where is my Hermione Granger?
It doesn't cleanse your timeline, and it sure as hell doesn't rewrite reality. Wait a minute, why am I muted? Am I muted? Why am I muted again?
Oh. You're not muted. I was.
Oh, that was you. Okay, well, the music went away. I like the voices in my head sometimes.
Sorry.
No, that's right. Yeah, it just make me feel all lonely. You lived on the property. You posted the signs. You trespassed with a gun. You told a man you'd go bang on his own land. You posted sick lies about a woman performing oral sex on you, and then bragged that you had photos. You stood behind signs accusing someone of child rape, and then laughed about it online. And let's not forget the part where you gleefully stated,
we just gotta finish the job on Jeremy.
Finish the job. Is that what this motion is? Step 1 in finishing the job by trying to get yourself dropped from the case before the evidence floods the courtroom like your septic tank of a moral compass.
The blue
Shitter's full.
Blue bucket's full.
Don't anybody light a cigar?
Squeeze my hog.
This isn't about technicalities anymore. This is about a long pattern of malicious conduct. If you think you can shrug that off by saying, plaintiff ain't got connected the dots, because, numbers is hard too, then you're just not dishonest, you're delusional. I hope the court sees this for what it is. A weak dodge, a stall, pathetic attempt to pretend the walls aren't closing in when your name is etched into the very foundation of this conspiracy. The facts are coming. The discovery is coming. The receipts are already there. And this motion? Well, it's nothing but you trying to wiggle out of accountability before discovery exposes everything. It's you trying to skip the part where depositions start, where subpoenas are enforced, and where the screenshots you've long since forgotten come back to bite you in the ass with timestamps, metadata, and your signature stank and funk all over them. All it does is confirm what we already knew. You don't have a defense. You have a delay tactic, and it's already failed. Your co-conspirators are dropping like the shit-filled flies. Your cover stories are collapsing under their own weight, and your filings are written with all the conviction of a parking ticket appeal. You're not innocent. You're not clever. And you're certainly not off the hook. Shizzy Wiznut, still not buying your lies. Still wearing Velcro shoes and riding the short bus. And still your fucking daddy.
You did it.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome everybody. And
welcome,
Megan
Doug Raiders.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Yes. And then, of course, I got these really quick. It's got Colleen Irish that says, so glad you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you so much. We did enjoy ourselves. I wish that Yamaha could have been there. And everyone was like, oh, it's because Yamaha's so short. I was like, no, I'm the short one. Yamaha's like 8 feet tall.
Apparently, there's been a lot of questions. Somebody said, well, you're either, I can't remember what they said, something about between 4 foot tall and 6'8". And I said, well, somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. Well, thank you so much, Colleen. And then, of course, Wendy Bono says, hi, Shizzy, Yamaha in chat. It is a mug raid. Yeah. Yes, we love the mug raiders. But we got one more letter tonight that I think you guys might find quite damn enjoyable, because somebody was begging for something, and well, I love it when a woman begs. It's just something about it just makes me all excited. And then the Night Owl with a $5 super chat says, for a hot toddy. Yes, that would be something I would do if I didn't have to work tomorrow. I would do that. Knowing me, I would get blasted, and then I wouldn't be able to do any work tomorrow. Next week is going to be crazy because I'll be streaming from an undisclosed location again. And maybe not. Oh, here it comes. The song that everybody loves.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yes.
Every single
Good
day.
to see you.
A new flavor of fuckery.
'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid.
And then we also got
ignorant,
Taz. Love it. Fuckery
all over
for again. And Emma Washington with a lovely $2. Welcome back, Tug Raid. Yes, it is so good to be back. And yes, I am. I as rough as I sound, I still think I got it. I still think I got it. Oh my gosh, I am so thankful for.
Well, whether I'm being
wonderful
weird or
people.
you're sick, Susan says that we both put a smile on her face.
Oh, Tug's in chat.
Well, I'm glad.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know, I should
I'm glad.
I should invite Tug on for this next one, this next letter reading, just so he could. Yes, their show was really good tonight. It is good to be back because I am telling you, I will send an invite out for this one. I think having them here for this is it would be the most glorious thing on this particular one. Trust me, this is something you don't want to miss. This next letter I've got, it's going to be glorious, and I'll just have to send out that invite. Let me see if I've got a way to reach out to him somewhere here. I think I've got one here. It is right here. Let me see. Ah, there we go. There's one. And I'll send that one to the Tug. And let's see. Megan DeFox. Yes. There we go. And one to the Megan DeFox, because this next one, this next letter is going to be good. It is. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It is an open letter to the twatopotamus. I guess is the best way to put it. That is the best way to put it. The twatopotamus. It's an evil creature that is born from the swamps of Florida. That is raised. Yes, good to see you. Also, I got Megan in there. Oh, Petty Tug. This one is like right up your alley, Petty Tug. This one is right up your alley. Yes, twatopotamus, because a twatopotamus is this evil swamp creature that smells of dank desperation and sweaty something that you can't even.
Oh, that's for sure.
You can't even begin to describe it.
I'm waiting for her to break her arm, patting herself on the goddamn back all the time.
Well, that wouldn't be
cover up all
hard.
of her self-esteem issues.
No.
I'm so good. I'm so great. Based on that snippet that I saw that Jay put out there of that weirdo dancing, if you threw holy water on her, she'd either burst into flames or just start screaming or something. I don't know. I'm pretty. It looked like something possessed to me. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, they just might. They just might. I mean, yeah. All of them. I think they would probably burst into flames. It is a. Because Lips decided to send out something that was not quite. I don't know the best way to put it. It was bad. It was really bad. But you have to remember this, right?
So a normal everyday thing then.
Yeah, normal everyday thing. I guess the way that I could do this is I've got to do this little intro just almost perfect, but I don't know if I can because let me see if I've got it. I don't have it immediately, but it looks a little bit like this.
Well, hello, Megan. See, now you can't come after me with your wooden spoon.
Well, I'm ready with it just in case.
No, I know
as
you.
can
I see.
See, you
Well-
lied to me. You said you
Why?
were washing your hair.
He was.
Well, but I also shaved my dog's ass, and I was teaching him to walk backwards.
It takes time. It takes time, Megan.
I mean, he's smart, but he's not that talented.
I mean, he is smart. I will agree. I've seen his dog. I've seen it bark at me.
He's SMRT. He's smarter than me. Hmm? Yeah, it did not go well today. He wasn't in the mood for it today. It didn't go well. That's what I said earlier. If I would have had a bathtub and full of Jello and a chick in a bikini, I could have made a whole lot of money with all the wrestling that was going on. He wasn't in the mood for it today.
I don't know if Yamaha knows about this. He's probably heard about it, probably from you and Tug. But Lips decided to send out an invite for a roast.
Oh yes, yes.
But I've got something much better than that.
Oh good.
Oh, you want to see how good it is?
Yes, I'm very excited about this.
Here it comes.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Whiz, Nut.
Alrighty. Open letter to Legally Lips. A response from reality. Who doesn't give a fuck about your feelings? Dear Lips, you slithered out of your latest live stream with a puffed chest, tossing out a challenge like we're in a high school cafeteria and your sense of relevance depends on a 5-minute roast battle. But let's be clear. Crystal clear. Not dildo crystal, but just crystal clear. So it pierces through whatever Botox laminated echo chamber you're screaming into. Here's the inconvenient truth you missed in your rush to be roasted. It was never about you. You inserted yourself like a used Band-Aid into a court record, and now you're demanding attention. Like we're all supposed to clap for the infection, or have an infection because of the clap. I need some antibiotics just reading this. This was never about you. It still isn't, by the way, you fucking moron. You were the desperate clinger-on who looked at real litigation, real defamation, real discovery, and thought, oh, what if I made this about me? And like clockwork, well, you did. You turned on your camera, opened your oversized cockwasher, and dragged your brittle little ego into something that was already 10 steps ahead of you. You wanted to be famous for surviving the fire. But all you did was light a match while standing in a pool of gasoline. Not such a bright move. Like a Buddhist monk. I already like where this is going. Is it too soon? Like a Buddhist monk. You lit that match and no one so much as noticed or gave a shit. I personally wouldn't piss in your asshole if your guts were on fire. But let's be honest. You couldn't roast a marshmallow without crying into your AI prompts about how unfair life is for a disrespected, retired lawyer whose husband might not know that you're using his name to file pleadings. You're not building content. You're flailing like a drowning raccoon in a kiddie pool full of your own bullshit. Oh. You were never the focal point of this litigation. You weren't in the complaint. You weren't in the first wave of court coverage. No one scouted your footage for contradictions or gave serious attention to your existence until you parachuted into this with a frivolous sideshow suit, got laughed out of the room by your own contradictions, and then voluntarily dismissed half the named defendants less than 3 weeks later. You showed up late, loud, and uninvited, like someone crashing a courtroom to pitch a YouTube channel that no one gives two shits about. What you mistake for roasting is really just documented analysis because of a person with no strategy, no consistent legal theory, and no emotional discipline.
None.
The moment you filed a lawsuit and then live streamed your emotions about it, you weren't a content creator. You were exhibit material. A how not to end up as a rubber room commando. So your roast implies some mutual recognition of worth, or most of the time, respect, for which we have none. A roast is for people who've done something. You're not being roasted. You're being examined, unraveled, and exposed. Not because you're interesting. Not because you're dangerous in the way only a desperate narcissist with a Wi-Fi connection can be. You say you're hungry for content. Oh, I bet you're hungry for a lot of things. No, you're starving for relevance is what it is. And this pathetic challenge, well, it's your way of begging the adults in the room to notice you. Look at me! Look at me! My lips are flapping away, but they're real, I swear! But here's the kicker. We don't. You're not interesting. You're not threatening. You're not even necessary. What you are doing is, well, just stealing space and air. Your name only came up because you made yourself the loudest nobody in the room. You're not a main character. You're a side quest no one asked for. And where everybody keeps saying, decline, decline, skip, skip, every time you want to give your little bullshit tutorial. Built entirely on delusion, desperation, and deceit. You're not a queen. Well, she's kind of a drama queen, but you're a case study. Let's break it down for your Botox-addled melon to understand. The lawsuit wasn't about you. You made it about you. The lawsuit you filed was a transparent attempt to attach yourself to existing litigation. Not about people that have and continue to defame and harass. And the minute you felt pressure, you dropped the claims against everyone but Jeremy and George. Why? Well, because you realize your case against the others would unravel faster than your than your defense of airing private footage and calling it advocacy. Not that you'll get anything from this lawsuit except some sort of recognition or, well, some hole that we can hand you a can of salve afterwards that you can put on that hurts the most. Now you're posting challenges like a TikTok teen trying to salvage a mid-tier PR stunt. You're not defending your position. You're auditioning for relevance. I've got a Netflix show. I finally made it. You were the background.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What is that you say? Sorry.
You were the background noise. Then you made yourself the punchline. Before you sued, you were just another anonymous voice in the flea circus, whispering about stalking, weaponizing CPS, and court conspiracies without verifying a single claim. But now, well, with your name on a complaint, every contradiction is in play. You didn't get dragged into this. You leapt into this little shithole. Eyes closed and ego first, then pretended you were targeted for being bold. No lips. You weren't targeted. You volunteered, you fucking idiot.
Amen.
And when the spotlight landed, you tripped on your own overinflated ego.
Lips.
Yeah.
Can't tell which one she tripped over first, her ego or her lips. Whatever
And
it was,
wrap
it was a
yourself
flapping sound.
around the crystal dildo of stupidity. You don't want to roast. You want to rebrand. This isn't about coverage. It's about control. You don't want to be held accountable. You want to co-opt the narrative. You're not challenging people to a battle. You're trying to reset the terms of engagement so you can pretend this was all performance art instead of legal recklessness. This was a defamation suit. I almost said defecation. Well,
Could be for
Also
her.
fitting.
same. You're trying to make it a theater edition.
Like eating out of a dog bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
But the script's already written. And you're just background foot stomping in the corner because no one paid you attention. Real content doesn't beg to be seen. You keep telling people you're a content creator, but the content? It's all deflection, contradiction, and ego. You film videos not to prove a case, but to remind everyone you're still here. It's not legal commentary, it's cosplay with bad scripting and worse judgment. You're like a little fucking gnat that just won't go away. Or a flea. We don't need to roast you. You do it every time you open your cock washer and hit go live. So here's the response to your challenge, Lips. No. We're not going to waste our time giving you some complimentary roast like we have some modicum of respect for your dumb ass. No. We're not interested in some juvenile roast off to prove who's the real content creator. The proof is in the pudding. You are irrelevant, contrived, stale, been there, done that. You are a used you are a used cum dumpster of bad regrets and looking for relevance. A walking jizz trough. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Where did that come from? We're here to expose the grift, the false narratives, the frivolous filings, and the people trying to hijack real legal proceedings for personal attention. And that, Lips, is not you. We're digging into your past. The real one. Not the curated victim narrative you rehearse in live streams. You are being exposed. Not really in a good way. You're not the story. You're the stain on the page. The lint in my belly button. The piece of shit at the bottom of my boot. You're not the victim. You're the volunteer. The one that begs to be seen but will always be overlooked. Oh, but sometimes you get a glance, but as soon as you open that Botox-injected cock washer, I didn't have to say it. He put it in there. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh, see, you're catching on. It is just a turnoff. You're not the one exposing corruption. You're the one desperately hoping your name gets typed enough times to show up in someone else's algorithm, or maybe pop up like, I don't know, Beetlejuice if they say your name 3 times. And now that you've demanded attention, well, you're going to get it, but not how you want it. Every contradiction, every lie, every deleted video, every manipulation, every witness you've tried to sway, every failed power play, every dirty trick tucked behind fake virtue and AI-fueled psychobabble. All of it. You wanted the smoke? You got it. With documents. We're not dragging you. We're documenting you. And when it's over, there won't be a roast. There will be a record. And you've earned it. Mm-hmm. You're a distraction. You've always been a distraction. You're a nightmare-filled horror to clowns. And as the legal pressure increases, as the court filings grow more serious, you'll realize that we already knew before you injected yourself into this. Your story arc ends in irrelevance. No roast required. Shizzy Wiznut, holding the receipts while you hold the camera at arm's length because, well, you just don't need another lens broken. Because you're the lowest one on the totem pole that you weren't even carved into. And still, you're fucking daddy.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Yes.
Oh, they all gonna be mad over that one.
What are they going to be mad about? Telling
I like
the
the part
truth.
about there being a record when this is done because that's exactly what we have been doing. I love how she screams about being a victim of something. It's like, no, dear, we're documenting you like we've documented everybody else in this shit show, because we have to know who are you, where did you come from, and what are you doing here, and what part of the conspiracy are you in?
Well,
And we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Well, and see, that's the interesting part, is because they've interjected themselves to become part of this, whereas Megan has never interjected herself to become part of this. She just talks about what's going on, reading the court filings, talking about, hey, you know, this is what I'm seeing. These are some of the players that are involved in all of this. Tug has not involved himself in this. He's the one responding to all of the attacks that have been coming out against him.
Bruce has sure tried to involve us. You know, he has tried, and I have resisted him very, strongly from the beginning. You know, he has tried to drag us in and make us part of this story. And we are not this story. This story is about Jeremy Hales and his neighbors, and anybody else who's injecting themselves into this is going to rue the day they did that, because it is going to end in court judgments against the people who did that. And believe me, I want nothing to do with being a part of this story, but I will cover it. I will make sure I report on it, because it's the craziest case I've ever seen.
Well, that's part of the problem, is that they want to shut everybody down from being able to do that. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Because that's exactly what it is. That is the basis of it. That is the continued lie and the continued grift, where they continue to hold up Lynette Preston as some innocent, poor, put-upon woman, and then use that child and hold it up as a shield and a weapon at the same time, while throwing their bullshit downrange at everybody else. It was all because of Lynette Preston. That's exactly why everything sits where it sits right now. Scrub away all the minutia, all the bullshit, get down to the very foundation. It's because of Lynette Preston and John Cook.
Yep.
That's why.
Well,
Plain
and
and
then everybody else that keeps adding themselves into this, like becoming part of it, are destroying themselves. I mean, you've got a damned attorney that's begging, literally begging, please release me from this. It is my own personal hell. You're torturing me. I can't see. My heart's gonna stop. I'm gonna have a stroke if I drive.
Well, but then, and that's where I get, where it's just, you just roll your eyes and you're like, Jesus, you see these people who knowingly, with their eyes wide open, walked into the fucking flames, and then that's exactly what they want to do.
Well, I don't know
victim, and then
I don't
turn
know if you
around
can say that
and
Stark
run away.
walked in it with his eyes wide open. I mean, the
He's got
diabetes.
cataracts.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but they didn't stop him
Proverbially,
from.
whatever.
They didn't stop him from showing up at traffic court. Now, did they?
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I told, so when I heard that this was going on today with the emailing, I said to Jeremy, you know what he's going to say next. And I said it before he even emailed it. I said, he's going to have another medical emergency and try to get out of this. Within 30 seconds, that's exactly what he had done. And I was just rolling around laughing, like, come on, Stark, like, face the music. Just do it. Bite the bullet. You're going to have to go in front of that judge and explain yourself at some point. Like, you cannot put this off any longer. And it's amazing, the machinations. I'm starting to wonder if Stark's wife is the one pulling the strings here and doing all the communicating, and maybe she's the one who made the deal. I don't know.
I don't know.
But she sure writes in a very distinctive style. And I can't tell the difference between her and Stark.
Well, how can you? Well, and here's the thing: it's a possibility that she is the one that made the deal, and he has no idea what's going on. I mean, it's interesting that someone's wife that's not an attorney would be filing things using their attorney husband's name for things.
Yeah, it's almost like we've seen that before.
Yeah, it's a few places.
Yeah.
Or could it be that someone's wife is like reaching out to clients and getting them to come in and handle court cases, showing up as a paralegal and saying, hey, I know this great attorney and well, we'll work out payment some way. And then that person has to, file a bar complaint against them. Doesn't those kind of things happen? I mean, what is it about these women and their husbands that are attorneys? Are the husbands that ignorant that they can't do the work on their own?
Or that pussy whipped that they just allow this to go on because
That could be.
these women are I don't know. I think they're the ones wearing the pants. Let's just put it that way.
Are you saying that they like getting pegged? Is that what you're saying?
I would never say that. This is like, I don't know why I agree to come on this show. It's like walking into a men's locker room. I should know what I'm getting into.
You like it walking in here because you get to see all the dirty bits.
Nobody wants to see your dirty bits. Now stop it. I have the spoon.
I'm covering my eyes. I'm covering my eyes, but my fingers are wide open.
I brought the spoon. I knew I was going to need the spoon for a reason. I knew it.
Oh, I love it, Megan. Oh, I missed you so much.
I missed you too. I can't believe you were gone for so long. I was really having shizzy withdrawals.
Well, other people did. They were probably saying I got too much of shizzy. I mean, just ask Rosalind too.
Well, he had a nice surprise when he came home after all the shits I took on his porch.
Oh, is that what that was?
I can't do it anymore when you're home. You get all mad, start chasing after me.
Well, I use a wooden spoon. What else am I supposed to do?
Rock salt hurts.
Oh God! All right, so I'm gonna go and let you guys have your locker room back to yourselves. But I'm going to be listening, and I will be in the chat. Spoon is ready.
Oh, we probably won't be here for very much longer. It's getting that witching hour, and I have a job to do.
Oh well, then I'm going to back up and listen from the beginning because I missed the whole first part.
Oh, the first part, I go after Stark.
Oh, wonderful! I can't wait to hear it. And also, I always love Yamaha's intro, so I missed that part too. It's always very exciting when he shows up.
I like that intro. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to show up because you were giving me all those terrible excuses.
Well, you never know. You never know. I like to keep people guessing.
It depends on how dirty his dog is. He can only give him a tongue bath so many times.
Oh, gross!
Well, and that's why I run around naked, because when I'm naked, I'm invisible.
I don't want to hear this.
And
It works. I love it. We have learned how to keep women out of the men's locker room.
Don't let her fool you. She loves Sunday Spice.
She does love Sunday Spice. I know. God, I want to do one this Sunday, but I'm going to be traveling on the land. Damn it! It's I was like I'm just so ready. I'm so ready. Especially got to hear all about Kaiser's new book that he's working on. He's finished with, so it's
he did finish it up, didn't he?
Yeah. It's spoon time. Yes, I will be a traveler on the land on Sunday.
That's just teasing. That's not a threat. That's just teasing. That's all that really is.
You guys, I guarantee you, she's got more than just one wooden spoon. She probably comes in swinging with like 5 or 6 of them, because when one breaks, she just whips another one out, just whack, goes for the knuckles. Megan Fox wooden spoons would be awesome. You know, you can get those things printed out with whatever you want. I've got like
that's a
a
good
spatula that my wife got this spatula that, like, from some Harry Potter spatula or something like that, because she's really big into Harry Potter. And I was like, okay, weirdo. I do love my wife.
Sir Frank Otter, what are you talking? I didn't say anything about chaps and ball gags earlier. Was that something you were saying? Did I miss that?
That would have been something he was saying. You didn't say anything. She says she has one of those fold-out cases with about 10 handmade wooden spoons.
Now, batteries and jumper cables.
Now, there you go. Oh, my God. My Yamaha comment wound up on the same post. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. So it is that time that I'm going to have to shut this madness down. Yamaha.
Yeah, time goes by when you're having fun.
Yamaha, I miss you, brother.
Yeah, I miss you too, man. Well, I hope you start feeling better. I'm glad the fever crap's gone.
Like Dexter keeps his knives.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do have a good stream tomorrow. It's just going to be giving away some of the secrets of Dollywood. No, it won't. It'll just be, I do want to have a nice, that's not, because Dollywood was separate from all of this. This was a good hangout with everybody. You have a Hufflepuff badger. It's amazing that my wife's that's the stuff she likes. She likes that badger. I wonder why that is. What do you think? Maybe it's because she likes the honey badger. Because honey badger, he don't play that shit. He just gets right up in there, does all kinds of crazy stuff. He goes right for the balls. You don't want to mess with the honey badger because he'll just take that son of a bitch right off and just go right at it.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen, caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.